We're here with Michael Baze, one of the leading riders in the California circuit. And Mike, how was that last race out there?
It was great. It's always better if you win, but the horse ran good.
So Mike, you were actually one of the first players to actually take jockeys to take a look at our game, and you actually were able to jockey some of the horses and interact with it. And as the players are starting to play with our game, give us, our players, some advice on putting your true professional jockey skills in. What would you suggest to the players that are playing the game?
I'd say right on the money. I mean, everything's pretty accurate, you know, with the business and whatnot. And I'm a game fanatic. I always play games all the time, and I started playing and getting hooked. So I know when it's ready to go out and whatnot, I'll be playing it all the time when I'm not riding.
Today, what advice can you give them from a jockey's experience on what to do inside that game?
I would say, you know, wouldn't use them too much. You can ask them a little bit, but if you ask them too much early, then, you know, you won't have any horse to finish at the end. So just kind of wait, and hopefully they make it home.
Mike, you've won a couple of riding titles out here in California, so obviously you know what you're doing. How much is the trip factor important in both our game and in real horse racing? I mean, is saving ground that important, or is it better off knowing if you have the best horse to stay outside?
I think saving ground is really important, especially, you know, if you say you went outside and you get beat a nose. You know, that being that outside the whole trip could have won that nose. And when you're the best horse, even if you have a lot of horse and whatnot, some other horses run big, and they might, you know, if they run their big race, you might not have enough horse to get there if you don't have the best trip.
How long have you been riding professionally?
Almost 5 years.
And how long did it take you to get your first win?
5 mounts.
5 mounts, you got your first win. So I guess what you're telling us, and that's very good. There's been jockeys that can go out there for a long time before they win a race. But for our jockey standpoint that ride our game and may play our game 20 or 30 times, what are you going to tell those guys?
I would just say it's phenomenal. You know, you can't always win the first time out, but you know, you just keep practicing playing, you keep learning. Then as you go along, you figure it out more and more, and the more experience you get, the easier it'll be. And
we're going to ask you one last question. You've played the game, you had a chance to be the jockey in the game. As far as the horses reacting and the attributes and the actions that occur, how close is it? I mean, obviously, a lot of our game players are 200 pounds and 6'5" and so on and so forth. But can it really give them an idea of what's really going on out there?
You give it a real close idea. I mean, of course, you don't have the graphics like you do in real life, but I mean, I think that's about as close as you'll get, you know, without being on the horse.
Okay, so you're saying our game can give people a pretty good feel of what's going on out there?
I say give a great feel of what's going on out there.
We're with Michael Baze, one of California's leading jockeys. And Michael, thank you very much and good luck.